What's going on, guys? It's your boy Legitimate here, back with another video, and today thank you guys for 5,470 subscribers. Make sure to smash that subscribe button because only 4% of you guys that watch the videos are subscribed, and we are trying to hit 6,000 subscribers this year, so I'd really appreciate it if you would consider to smash that subscribe button. But today's video, I previously did a huge unboxing where I got 4 new pairs of shoes, and I told you guys I was going to do a separate video on this pair of shoes because I think it deserves its own video. I think this is going to be something really searched up by a lot of people. So before I explain my, cop, or the shoes I got, I'm just going to explain where I got them and how I got them and stuff. So I don't really often look on GOAT. I usually just look on StockX and GOAT for like price checks if I'm like holding some shoes or anything like that, just like to know the price of a shoe, or how much up in value the shoe went in the past few months. Like I always go to StockX or GOAT, usually it's StockX, but I was looking on GOAT one day and I saw that the neutral gray Jordan 1 lows and the women's sizing was going for literally so cheap. So I went ahead and put in an offer for like $132. I think the offer was down in like the 120 region. So I put in like 130. I got outbid. I put it in like a 136 to 138. I got outbid from that. So I kept on putting bids in over and over and over again, and I would get outbid. So the asking was like 157. I think I ended up putting in a 154 bid and they accepted it. Now this is the women's version, so the men's version, literally, if I were to get these in the men's sizing, I think it would be about $100 more. So my subtotal was $154. I think on StockX or GOAT, before fees, it's going to be about $240 to $250. Depending on your size, which is insane because my men's 8.5 and a men's size would be $90 to $100 more, just because it's a different, gender of the shoe. But the men's and women's version, from past experience, I really haven't seen a big difference between. Maybe that's because my feet are more narrow than big and I could fit into the women's shoes. But like I have these, where are they at? Nike Dunks, down here. I don't know why I went straight to the back there. But these are my Nike Dunks. These are a women's 10. And they literally look and feel identical to a, men's 8.5, and they're a women's 10. Like all your shoes are like a 1.5 size difference between men's and women's. I went with that for the Dunk lows, and I was like, well, why not do it the same exact thing for the Jordan 1 lows? So the subtotal was 154, like I said, which was kind of like a bidding war. The shipping was $13.50, tax was $11.31, and I got the shoes for $178.81. And retail on them is $130, so I would say after tax on that, that'd probably be like $140. So I got the shoes pretty much for like $40 more than like retail would be plus shipping, which I think is a really good price because these have been going really high up in value, especially the men's pair. The women's pair, not so much. Me personally, I'm not like buying these to resell, I'm buying these to wear. And yeah, I got them from GOAT. This is the first shoe I've ever gotten from GOAT. I have gotten a gift from GOAT. That was for a Christmas gift. But this is my first personal time shopping from GOAT, and I had a really good experience. My package came in, I think, 3 days, and it was very impressive because the package was from the Netherlands. So I think these Jordan 1 lows were literally from the Netherlands, and somehow they got authenticated and into North Carolina within 3 days. I have no idea how that happened, but props to GOAT because that made me really value their service, and that's going to make me want to buy in the future from GOAT. So like I said, this is the women's version. So I got a women's 10, which is the same as a men's 8.5, and this is the women's Air Jordan 1 low OG in the white and particle gray colorway. So these are just the neutral gray Jordan 1 lows. Now I just did wear them the other night, and they fit really good, and they're pretty decently comfortable. So I've already worn them, so I don't have the original shipping box. I already unboxed them in that other video, so if you want to check that out, I'll put a link up in the corner wherever that is. But I have already worn these, so I'm not going to act like I haven't. Very, very clean pair of shoes, and like I said, I thought it deserved its own little unboxing and review because it's just a really cool shoe, and I think a lot of people will be intrigued by the women's version and seeing if it's anything different than the men's. I'm gonna say for me that literally fits like a standard Air Jordan 1 low OG. Everything fits the same, and I mean, I don't really tell a difference. The only thing is I don't have any other Jordan 1 low OGs to compare it to. I have the Air Jordan 1 low, the gym red ones. These are like the newer versions, so the OG, looking at it this way, like I don't see much of like it being more narrow. I mean, the shoes are two completely different shoes, so that's why it may look a little bit more narrow on camera, but this shoe is very, very simple and it's very, very clean. You got a decent leather material. I wouldn't say it's anything special. It's in white all over the shoe. And your shoe is literally mainly white except for the swoosh, which is like a suede. And then you got the suede on the back with the Air Jordan Wings logo with a kind of glossy material. And then it goes all the way back around here as well. So that's one of the only non-white things. Another non-white thing on the shoe would be the outsole. As you can tell, I have worn these. The outsole is the particle gray, as the colorway says. Leather isn't that nice. I would say it's decent. There's definitely nothing wrong with it, but it's not anything extremely good quality. But it's not bad quality. That's not what I'm trying to say. They do come with white laces. The tongue does have Nike Air on there and the particle gray underneath that white background with the Nike swoosh right there. You got a particle gray sock liner, and this is really cushy underfoot. And then the insole is Nike Air in that particle gray as well. And underneath the whole insole is white. Obviously, your perforations on the toe box, very, very cool touch so your feet can breathe. And I mean, this leather is really good actually. Like, you have really good give to it. So I would say it's between average to pretty good, like leather. I'd say it's really good compared to other things I have or have, you know, felt in person. But yeah, white midsole, gray outsole, like I said. And this pair does come with an extra set of laces, which is just the particle gray laces. I don't think they would match well because, you know, this gray and this gray on the swoosh is two completely different grays. But I think the right person could pull off the different colored laces. I just like the white because it like matches the rest of the shoe and it's kind of like toned down. So I'm not trying to make my Air Jordan 1 Low OGs pop. I'm trying to make them more subtle, you know, make them look as good as possible. And I think the best look for them is the white laces. With the goat, I obviously got a goat sticker, and then I got this whole goat verified thing. I think it's a really cool thing that goat does. You know, it goes through the authentication and quality control of every single category they have. If it's not all these checks, I believe they do send it back. So that is really good that they look at every single pair that you get, and they go through it and make sure that everything is good on there. Because like places like StockX or even from Nike, if you get shoes, like quality control might not always be good. This pair's like quality control is amazing, and I love how GOAT has, you know, a whole section for quality control. You could get shoes from Nike and try to sell them on GOAT and they would send them back to you because that's Nike's problem. That's Nike's fault that the quality control wasn't good on your pair. So I think that's a really good idea by GOAT to, you know, further look into the shoe and have, you know, people do a little bucket list, check it off as they go, and if everything works out, you send it where it's supposed to go. If not, you send it back to the person and give the other person the refund. I think that's a really good idea, and I don't think every authenticator does that, so I think that's a really cool touch that they do. I did wear these one time, so maybe you can see the creases. I try not to crease my shoes. I walk a certain way so they don't crease. But yeah, these are a women's 10, a men's 8.5, and these I got them, you know, $100 cheaper than I would have got the men's 8.5 pair. And for me, it doesn't really matter. Some say it looks different than the men's version, but looking at pictures and in person in this women's version, I don't really see that much of a difference. Maybe others do, but me personally, I think they pretty much look identical and feel identical underfoot. So just go a 1.5 size up from what you normally wear, and you can literally save $100 to $150 depending on your size on these. And yeah, I genuinely don't have any complaints for these. Just a very cool shoe. You know, I've always wanted a pair of like Jordan 1 Low OGs, and I'm not gonna lie, I saw these like mock-up pictures in 2020 and I was like, bro, I have to have these. I think it was these ones, and then like they were the ghost green ones or something, and I was like, bro, I need to have these. And for a while I looked over at them, I was like, I really don't need these because I have these Panda Dunks in my collection over here. But then I was like, I have so many like shoes coming in, and like I'm profiting a lot out of a lot of the shoes I do have, so I'm gonna use, you know, some of that profit I'm getting to buy me some Jordan 1 Lows, and that's exactly what I did. I personally think I got a steal. If I can get these, anybody can get these for under 180 bucks after fees and shipping. Like that's a really good deal. This is probably one of my biggest steals in the aftermarket. You know, I've always, you know, paid the big buck for, you know, shoes that have already came out that I didn't get for retail. And this is pretty much me spending $40 to $50 over retail just for this pair of shoes. And I think that's like $40 to $50 over retail really isn't that bad. And this is a pair of shoes I really did want from the get-go. So definitely happy to add these to the collection because they're neutral. Like, neutral is literally the description of the color of the swoosh. Neutral gray Jordan 1 Lows. I love having multiple neutral shoes in the collection, so if I have a fit that I'm like iffy about and I don't know what shoes to match them with, I can just pull these out and be like, these match everything. So it just hit me that I have these shoes. I've been wanting them forever. These are just everyday shoes. Not going to be everyday shoes for me because I have 60 other shoes to wear, but definitely going to be a pair of shoes I keep clean. I'm going to make sure they're white and gray all the time. If I get a stain on them, I am literally wiping it down as soon as it drops on there. But yeah, I'm so excited to have these in the collection. Very, very awesome pair of shoes, and I cannot wait to keep on rocking them with a lot of outfits. I do really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to smash that like button. Let's get this video to 3 likes. I'd really appreciate that. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hope you guys have an amazing day. And as always, peace out.